Hi, I'm Drex, and this is Introduction to Poi Spinning from Spinballs. In this video, we're going to cover what I like to call tuck turns. These add a little bit of spice to reels, making them both more interesting to look at, as well as giving you another flavor of this trick to play with. Tuck turns are performed when you turn the poi behind your body during a turn, wrapping it around you rather than always keeping the poi in front of you. To begin learning these, we're going to start with just one hand, turning it in reverse. As it's turning away from you, lift your hand to bring the poi up and back towards you, bring it back down with the poi hanging over your shoulder. Now turn your body 180 degrees and lift your hand back up and out away from you, pulling the poi out from behind your shoulder and getting it to turn forwards. Try doing this turning both across your left side as well as your right side. Once you get comfortable with this, speed up the movement to try and keep the poi spinning continuously through this turn, creating a small loop behind your shoulder. Now what about turning from forward to reverse? Gravity is working against you now, so you won't be able to pause and take your time going through the turn anymore. Here are 3 ways I've taught this trick in order to make it a little easier to learn. First, try catching the poi tether in your armpit as it travels upwards. This will require you to pull your elbow out past the plane of the poi, and then to quickly lock it into place. Now, turn 180 degrees and release the tether, allowing the poi to swing away from you into reverse. The goal will become to get comfortable with this and work to do it quickly enough that catching the poi in your armpits is no longer necessary, and you perform a small pedal behind your armpits. Second, if you're having a tough time catching the tether in your armpit, you can wrap the poi all the way around your shoulder before making the turn. In this case, rather than releasing the poi downward, you're going to unwrap it by pulling forward with your hand. Just like with the armpit catch, the eventual goal here is to get comfortable enough with this motion that wrapping the tether becomes completely unnecessary, and you can just turn while creating a pedal behind your back. Finally, you can imagine that as you're turning from forward to reverse, that you're trying to tag someone who's standing right behind you with your poi, darting them back behind your hips before switching to reverse, facing the opposite direction. This requires you to perform the move as one smooth, continuous motion, but it's also really easy to cheat and not put the poi under your armpits. Just like the turn from reverse to forward, learn this with each hand turning both to your right as well as to your left. Now let's try it with both hands. We're going to start off in together same. Just like we did while learning this with a single hand, we're going to swing both of our poi reverse, and as they are rotating up towards us, we're going to carry our hands back at our body and allow the poi to drop behind our shoulders. Turn 180 degrees and lift our hands back up and away. This will put the poi up and out away from us, turning them forwards. Work to perform this move faster and smoother until both of the poi are performing small loops behind your shoulders. Whichever technique you found most helpful for learning the forwards to reverse turn, you can apply it again here, but with both poi, attempting to create small loops behind the armpits before letting your poi swing down and away from you in reverse. You can do this by catching the tethers in your armpits, wrapping the tethers around your shoulders, or visualizing someone behind you that you're attempting to tag with your poi heads. Work to get both turns feeling as comfortable as possible. This move looks great when you go directly back and forth between turns. See if you can switch back and forth rapidly, just like this. You can also learn to perform tuck turns and other combinations of timing and direction as well. In together opposite, there's the potential for awkwardness if tucking is attempted with both poi simultaneously. So it's common to tuck with only one poi during a turn. Choose whether you'd like to tuck the poi going over your shoulder or the poi going under your armpit, depending upon the effect that you're hoping to achieve. In split time, same direction, you'll be performing the tucks in sequence. Depending upon the effect that you're going for, you can either tuck with the native or the non-native hand first. This means that when turning to the right, you can tuck with either your right hand first, or you can tuck with your left hand. Both are totally possible. Finally, in split time opposite, it's customary to tuck both hands simultaneously when going through the turn, just like in together same. This creates a cool effect of seeming to wrap the poi around the performer as they turn. Each and every one of these tuck turns is a type of poi move that's referred to as a body tracer. These occur when the hand draws a line across the edge of the body, passing the poi both in front of as well as behind the body. You'll encounter more body tracers as time goes on with poi, but this is one of my personal favorites. Tuck turns are visually dynamic and add a bit of extra spice to your turns. Learn them in all 4 timing and direction combinations to create a wide range of tricks that will enhance your movement and your flow. Thanks so much for watching. Now show us what you can do. Share your photos and videos of your progress with Spinballs.